We're past the point of no return. I've connected it so I look like a wild onion, and
like a hot mess.
everybody sees I don't wear a shirt. And here we are. But that's fine, because we're reading chapter 4 of 50 Shades of Grey, so it really doesn't matter what I look like, because it's all a shit show. Alright, we are only on chapter 4, and not a lot's happened since we left. If I had to give a recap, what happened in the last chapter?
What happened in the last chapter?
They walked around, yeah. They walked around, they went to the coffee shop, and it was stupid.
They, walked for an hour. They had the uncomfortable photo shoot that no one wanted to be at. Her friend was like, hey, I think he's a serial killer. And she was like, you don't know him. I love him.
Yeah, and then she almost got hit by a car, and he's like, oh, shit.
It wasn't a car.
It was a bicycle.
A dude on a bicycle.
All right, so we're ready for chapter 4. Just rearrange everything. All right. Kiss me, damn it, I implore him, but I can't move. I'm paralyzed with a strange, unfamiliar need, completely captivated by him. I'm staring at Christian Grey's mouth. It's always the mouth.
It's always the mouth.
Mesmerized, and he's looking down at me, his gaze hooded, his eyes darkening. He's breathing harder than usual. And I've stopped breathing altogether. Come on, I'm in your arms, kiss me, please. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gives me a small shake of his head as if in answer to my silent question. When he opens his eyes again, it's with some new purpose, a steely resolve. Anastasia, you should steer clear of me. I'm not the man for you, he whispers. What? Where's this coming from? Surely I should be the judge of that. I frown and my head swims with the rejection. Breathe, Anastasia, breathe. I'm gonna stand you up and I'll let you go, he says quietly, and he gently pushes me away. Adrenaline is spiked through my body, from the near miss of the cyclist or the heady proximity to Christian, leaving me wired and weak. No, my psyche screams as he pulls me away, leaving me bereft. He has his hands on my shoulders, holding me at arm's length, carefully watching my reactions.
Hey, what the fuck?
The only thing I can think is that I wanted to be kissed, and I made it pretty damned obvious, and he didn't do it. He doesn't want me. He really doesn't want me. My God, how royally screwed up was my coffee this morning. I've got this, I breathe, finding my voice.
I thought she didn't have coffee.
Thank you. Well, you know. I muttered, yeah, she had one dipped teabag tea.
Yeah, she and then took it out. She just had to give you water.
I am awash with humiliation. How could I have misread the situation between us so utterly? I need to get away from him. For what? He frowns. He hasn't taken his hands off me. For saving me, I whisper. I don't see where she said thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I read it. I just immediately forgot it.
You did read it. I heard it.
I have reading amnesia. That idiot was riding the wrong way.
It out in real time.
I'm glad I was here. I shudder to think what could have happened to you. You want to come sit down in the hotel for a moment?
No.
He releases me, his hands by his sides. I'm standing in front of him, feeling like a fool. With a shake, I clear my head. I just want to go. All my vague, unarticulated hopes have just been dashed. He doesn't want me. What was I thinking? What would Christian Grey want with you? My subconscious mocks me. I wrap my arms around myself and turn to face the road and note with relief that the Green Man has appeared. The Green Man is here. I quickly make my way across, conscious that Grey is behind me. Outside the hotel, all of it sounds so ominous. Outside the hotel, I turn briefly to face him.
Do we really need to get the walk back?
Thanks for the tea and doing the photo shoot, I murmur. Anastasia, He stops, and the anguish in his voice demands my attention, so I peer unwillingly up at him. His gray eyes are bleak as he runs a hand through his hair. He looks torn, frustrated, his expression stark. All his careful control has evaporated. What Christian? I snap irritably after he says, Nothing. I just want to
I feel
go.
myself getting angry.
I need to take my fragile, wounded pride away and somehow nurse it back to health. Good luck with your exams, he murmured. What? This is why he looks so desolate? This is the big send-off? Just to wish me thank you and good luck in my exams? Thanks. I can't disguise the sarcasm of my voice. Goodbye, Mr. Gray. I turn on my heel, vaguely amazed that I don't trip, and without giving him a second glance, I disappear down the sidewalk towards the underground garage. Once underneath the dark, cold concrete of the garage with its bleak fluorescent light, I lean against the wall and put my head in my hands. What was I thinking? Unbidden and unwelcome tears pool my eyes. Why am I crying? I sink to the ground, angry at myself for this senseless reaction.
No, Anastasia, because you have only known him for like a collective of maybe 5 hours, and he's weird.
Drawing up to my knees, I fold in on myself. I want to make myself as small as possible. Perhaps this nonsensical pain will be smaller, the smaller that I am. Placing my head on my knees, I let the irrational tears fall unrestrained. I'm crying over the loss of something I never had. This is ridiculous. Mourning something that never was. My dashed hopes, my dashed dreams, my soured expectations. I have never been on the receiving end of rejection, ever. Okay, so I was always one of the last to be picked for basketball or volleyball, but I at least understood that. Running and doing something else at the same time.
If you never put yourself out there, then it doesn't count as saying I've never been on that end of rejection. Like, you just have never been on the market.
Of course, running and doing something else at the same time, like bouncing or throwing a ball, was not my thing. I was a serious liability on the sporting field. Romantically, though, I've never put myself out there. Just like you said.
Like, what
ever.
happened to her supposed low self-esteem? Like,
she's constantly jacking herself off.
She's always like, oh, well, he wouldn't like me, and then he's like, you're right, I don't like you, and she's like, what?
I mean, that's
what
just, you know, that's just basic bitches. A lifetime of insecurity. I'm too pale, too skinny, too scruffy, uncoordinated.
God.
My long list of faults could go on forever. So I've always been the one to rebuff any would-be admirers.
Long-winded.
There was that guy in my chemistry class who liked me, but no one has ever sparked my interest. No one except Christian goddamn Gray. Maybe I should be kinder to the likes of Paul Clayton and Jose Rodriguez. Every time I see his name, I want to be like, Jose Rodriguez! Just because the way it's written here.
Kinder to them, because I can't be a chooser if I'm a beggar.
Though I'm sure neither of them have been found sobbing alone in the dark places. Perhaps I do just need a good cry. You stop it now! My subconscious is metaphorically screaming at me, arms folded, leaning on one leg, tapping her foot in frustration. Get in the car, go home, do your studying, forget about him, forget about men, now! And stop all this self-pitying, wallowing crap. This is like page 2 of her just sitting. I take a deep, steadying breath and stand up. Get it together, Steele. I head for Kate's car, wiping the tears off my face as I do. I will not think of him again. I can just chalk this incident up to experience and concentrate on my exam. Kate is sitting at the dining table at her laptop when I arrive. Excuse me. Her welcoming smile fades when she sees me. Anna, what's wrong? Oh, no. No. The Catherine Kavanaugh Inquisition. I shake my head on the back off now Kavanaugh way. But I might as well be dealing with a blind deaf mute. I hate my friends. You've been crying. She has an exceptional gift for stating the goddamned obvious.
Friends care about me.
What did the bastard do? She growls in her face. It's terrifying. Nothing, Kate. That's actually the problem. The thought brings a wry smile to my face. Then why have you been crying? You never cry. She says, her voice.
You? Yes, she does.
She stands, her green eyes brimming with concern. She puts her arms around me and hugs me. I need to say something just to get her off my back. I was nearly knocked over by a cyclist. It's the best that I can do, but it distracts her momentarily from... ... him. Geez, Anne, are you okay? Were you hurt? She holds me at arm's length and does a quick visual check. No. Christian saved me, I whispered, but I was quite shaken. I'm not surprised. How was coffee? I know you hate coffee. I had tea, it was fine. Nothing to report, really. I don't know why he asked me. He likes you, Anna. She drops her arms. Not anymore. I won't be seeing him again. Yes, I managed to sound matter-of-fact. Oh? Damn it, it's only intrigued her more. I head into the kitchen so that she cannot see my face. Yeah, I suppose he's a little out of my league, Kate, I say as dryly as I can manage.
Like, at this point, why would it, like, you're already talking about it.
Yeah.
To just be like, he doesn't want to see me anymore. And then it's done, then it's over.
Yeah.
This is so annoying. This whole book is so annoying. Anna's annoying, and I'm getting angry because you can't have a character who's weak and whiny and wimpy all the fucking time, and then they're a strong girl who never cries, and she's so tough, and she doesn't need a man, and she's so smart, but she can't work a fucking computer. Like, she's trash! Anna's trash! And this book's trash! And I'm tired of romances that hinge on, ooh, will they get together? Will they not? You can't be near me because I'm dangerous. But I want to be near you anyway! It's stupid and it's bad!
Well, if it helps, we have 445 pages left. Will there be character development?
No!
You know there won't be. I gotta find my spot. What do you mean? Oh, Kate, it's obvious. I whirl around and face her. She stands in the kitchen doorway. Not to me. Okay, he's got more money than you, but then he has more money than most people in America. Kate, he's... Anna, for heaven's sake, how many times do I have to tell you? You're a total babe. She interrupts me. Oh no, she's off on this tirade again. Hey, Kate, please, I need to study. I cut her short and she frowns. Well, do you at least want to see the article? It's finished. Jose took some great pictures. Do I need a visual reminder of how beautiful Christian I don't want you gray is? Sure, I magic a smile on my face and stroll over to the laptop, and there he is, staring back at me in black and white, staring at me. His gaze finding me lacking. I pretend to read the article, but all the time I'm meeting his steady gray gaze, searching the photo for some clue as to why he's not the man for me.
Gray eyes and long fingers.
Long
and
fingers.
He's very tall.
Yeah. And it's suddenly blindingly obvious. Of course, he's too gloriously good-looking. We are poles apart from two different worlds. I have a vision of myself as Icarus flying too close to the sun and crashing and burning as a result.
Man, I've never heard that one before.
His word makes sense. He's not the man for me. This is what he meant, and it makes his rejection easier to accept.
Oh, good.
Almost.
So we can move on.
I can live with it, at least, because I can understand. Article looks good, Kate. I manage. I'm gonna go study. I'm not going to think about him again now, I vow to myself, and opening my course notes I start to read. It's only in bed, when I'm trying to sleep, that I allow my thoughts to drift through the strange morning. I keep coming back to the I don't do the girlfriend thing quote, and I'm angry that I didn't pounce on this information sooner, before I was in his arms mentally begging him with every fiber of my being to kiss me. He said it there and then. He didn't want me as a girlfriend. I turn on my side idly. I wonder if perhaps he's celibate. I close my eyes and begin to drift. Maybe he's saving himself. Well, not for you. My sleepy subconscious has a final swipe at me before unleashing itself on my dreams.
Or he only does fucking.
And,
like, he only
yeah,
fucks.
And that night. Yeah, it's like, rich billionaire. I wonder which, is he celibate willingly, or does he only fuck? Which could it be?
Like, it probably would make sense not to bother with a relationship when you have a busy schedule. Yeah. He probably does.
That night, I dream of gray eyes and leafy patterns and milk, and I'm running through dark places with eerie strip lighting, and I don't know if I'm running towards something or away from it. It's not clear. There's a scene break here. I put my pen down, finished. My final exam is over. A Cheshire cat grin spreads over my face. It's probably the first time all week that I've smiled. It's Friday, and we shall be celebrating tonight. Really celebrating. I might even get drunk. I've never been drunk before. I glance across the hall at Kate, and she's still scribbling furiously. 5 minutes to the finish. This is it. The end of my academic career. I shall never have to sit in rows of anxious, isolated students ever again. Inside, I'm doing graceful cartwheels around my head, knowing full well that's the only place I can do graceful cartwheels. We get it. We understand.
You're clumsy. You can't do anything. We understand.
Kate stops writing.
She's gonna see Gray again because he's giving out the diploma.
Oh, that's right.
So she's gonna be like, oh, be still my weeping heart.
We head back to the apartment together in her Mercedes, refusing to discuss our final paper. Kate is more concerned about what she's going to wear to the bar this evening. I am busily fishing around in my purse for my keys.
Stupid shallow Kate. I hate her.
Anna, there's a package for you. Kate is standing on the top of the steps of the front door, holding a brown paper parcel. Odd, I haven't ordered anything from Amazon recently. Kate gives me the parcel and takes the keys to the front door. It's addressed to Miss Anastasia Steele. There's no sender's address or names. Perhaps it's from my mom or Ray.
It's obviously from Christian.
It's probably from my folks. Open it. Kate is excited as she heads into the kitchen for our exams, our finished hurrah champagne. I open the parcel and inside I find a half-leather box containing 3 seemingly identical old cloth-covered books in mint condition and a plain white card. Written... Yes. Written on one side in black ink in neat cursive writing is... why is it so finely printed? Why didn't you tell me there was danger? Why didn't you warn me? Ladies know what to guard against because they read novels that tell them of these tricks. I recognize the quote from Tess. I don't understand anything of what's happening. I am stunned by the coincidence. I've just spent 3 hours writing about the novels of Thomas Hardy in my final exam. Perhaps there is no coincidence. Perhaps it's deliberate. I inspect the books closely. 3 volumes of Tessa de Ublavilles. That's not at all how that's pronounced, but I'm not going to try it. I open the front cover of one of the books. Written in an old typeface on the front plate is London, Jack R. Allgood, McIlvey and Company, 1891. Holy shit. They're first editions. They must be worth a fortune. And I know immediately who sent them. It's like the business card scene from American Psycho. Yeah. My God. It even has a watermark. She's, Anna, are you okay? You're sweating. You're sweating. And she's just like, with the books. First editions, I whisper. No. Kate's eyes wide with disbelief. Gray? I nod. I can't think of anyone else.
Imagine if it's fucking Jose, though.
Jose Rodriguez!
Because, like, he actually knows her and
yeah.
she just takes credit for it.
What does the card mean?
He's saying he's dangerous.
I have no idea.
He's a danger boy.
I think it's a warning. He keeps warning me off. I have no idea why. It's not like I'm beating his door down. I know you don't want to talk about him, Anna, but he's seriously into you, warnings or no. That's not acceptable. I have not let myself dwell on Christian Grey for the past week.
Like,
yeah.
Don't come near me, and then she doesn't, and he's like,
but actually come near me.
Anna for a while.
Yeah.
Since her a bunch of books.
It's just like the epitome of a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Okay, so his gray eyes are still haunting my dreams, and I know it will take an eternity to expunge the feel of his arms around me and his wonderful fragrance from my brain.
It'll take me so long to forget about that wallet.
Why has he sent me this? He told me that I wasn't for him. I've found one Tess first edition for sale in New York for $14,000, but yours looks in much better condition. They must have cost more. Kate is consulting her good friend Google. This quote, Tess says it to her mother after Alec de Obleville has had a wicked way with her. I know, muses Kate. What's he trying to say? I don't know, and I don't care. I can't accept these from them. I'll send them back with an equally baffling quote from some obscure part of the book. That bit where Angel Claire says fuck off? Kate asks with a completely straight face. Yes, that bit, I giggle. I love Kate. She's loyal and supportive. I repack the books and leave them on the dining table. Kate hands me a glass of champagne. To the end of exams and our new life in Seattle, she grins. Yes, to the end of exams and our new life in Seattle, and excellent results. We clink the glasses. What?
iCarly.
iCarly. Oh yeah, because they're in Seattle. God. The bar is loud, just constantly blaring the iCarly theme. And hectic, full of soon-to-be graduates out to get trashed. Jose joins us. He won't graduate for another year, though, but he's in the mood to party and gets us into the spirit of our newfound freedom by buying a pitcher of margaritas for us all. As I down my 5th glass, I know this is not a good idea on top of the champagne. So what now, Anna? Jose shouts at me over the noise. Kate and I are moving to Seattle. Kate's parents have bought a condo for her there.
Farewell.
Oh, Dios mío. How the other half live. It's hard to do Spanish in Dracula. Dios mío. How the other half live. But you'll be back for my show. Of course, Jose. I wouldn't miss it for the world, I smile. And he puts his arms around my waist and pulls me close.
Hey, Jose.
It means a lot to me that you'll be there, Anna. He whispers in another ear.
Alright.
Perhaps another margarita. Jose Luis.
Get her drunk, Jose?
Jose Luis Rodriguez, are you trying to get me drunk? Because I think it's working. I giggle. I think I'd better have a beer.
I guess it's fine.
I'll go get us a pitcher. More drink, Anna! Kate bellows. Kate has the constitution of an ox.
I want Kate to be our main character so bad.
Kate's so much better. She's got her arm draped over Levi, one of our fellow English students, and her usual photographer on the student newspaper. He's given up taking photos of the drunkenness that surrounds him. He only has eyes for Kate. She's all tiny camisole, tight jeans, high heels, high piled high with tendrils.
And I hate Kate.
Hanging down softly around her face, her usual stunning self. Me, I'm more of a Converse and t-shirt kind of girl.
Me versus
but
other girls.
I'm wearing my most flattering jeans. I move out of Jose's hold and get up from the table. Whoa!
I wear sneakers.
Head spin. I have to grab the back of the chair. Tequila-based cocktails are not a good idea. I make my way to the bar and decide that I should visit the bathroom while I'm on my feet.
Tequila does nothing for me.
Good thinking, Anna. I stagger off through the crowd. Of course there's a line, but at least it's quiet and cool in the corridor. I reach for my cell phone to relieve of the boredom. But who did I last call? Was it Jose? Before that, a number I don't recognize. Oh yes, Gray. I think that's his number. I giggle. I have no idea what time it is. Maybe I'll wake him up. Ha ha! Perhaps he can tell me why he sent me those books and that cryptic message. If he wants to stay away from me, he should leave me alone. I suppress a drunken grin and hit the call button. He answers on the second ring. Anastasia? He's surprised to hear from me. Well, frankly, I'm surprised to be calling him. But then my befuddled brain registers. How did he know it was me? Why'd you send me those books? I slur at him. Anastasia, you okay? You sound strange. His voice is filled with concern. Not the strange one, you are. There, that told him. My courage fueled by alcohol.
Hell yeah.
Anastasia, you been drinking? What's it to you? I'm curious. Where are you? I'm in a bar. Which bar? He sounds exasperated. A bar in Portland. How are you getting home? I'll find a way. This conversation is not going how I expected. Which bar are you in? Why'd you send me books, Christian? Anastasia, where are you? Tell me now. His voice is so dictatorial. His usual control freak. I imagine him as an old-time movie director.
Never spoken to you like this.
Wearing jodhpurs, holding an old-fashioned megaphone and a riding crop. The image makes me laugh out loud. You're so domineering, I giggle drunkenly. Anna, so help me, where the fuck are you? Christian Grey is swearing at me. I Google again. I'm in Portland. It's a long way from Seattle. Where in Portland? Good night, Christian. Anna! I hang up. Though he did.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Why'd you send me books?
That one's from Kate.
I hang up. Though he didn't tell me about the books, I frown. My mission truly was not accomplished. I really am quite drunk. My head swims uncomfortably as I shuffle with the line. Well, the object of the exercise was to get drunk, so I have succeeded. This is what it's like. Probably not an experience to be repeated. The line has moved, and now it's my turn. I stare blankly at the poster on the back of the toilet door that extols the virtues of safe sex. Wait, did I just call Christian Grey? Ah, shit, my phone rings. It makes me jump. I yelp in surprise. Hello! I bleat into the phone.
What do you want?
I hadn't recognized on this. I'm coming to get you, he says and hangs up. Only Christian Grey could sound so calm and so threatening at the same time. Ah, crap! I pull my jeans up, my heart is thumping.
I mean, anyone's gonna sound intimidating if they call and say, I'm coming to
I'm
you.
coming to get you. Coming to get me? Oh no, I'm gonna be sick. No, I'm fine. Hang on. He's just messing with my head. I didn't tell him where I was. Besides, it'll take him hours to get here from Seattle, and we'll be long gone by then. Wash my hands, shook my face in the mirror. I look flushed and slightly unfocused. Tequila it is! I wait at the bar for what feels like an eternity for a pitcher of beer, and eventually return to the table. You've been gone so long, Kate scolds me. Where were you?
Had to piss.
I was in line for the restroom. Jose and Levi are having some heated debate about our local baseball team. Jose pauses in his tirade to pour us all beers, and I take a long sip.
Because the women can't pour it
Kate,
themselves,
I think I better step outside and get some fresh air. Anna, you're such a lightweight. I'm only gonna be 5 minutes. I make my way through the crowd
Don't
again.
let her go alone.
I'm beginning to feel nauseated. My head is spinning uncomfortably, and I'm a little unsteady on my feet, more unsteady than usual. Drinking in the cool evening air in the parking lot makes me realize how drunk I am.
Oh, I see. They let her go alone. Even
Yeah.
though it's totally out of character for Kate. So
For
she gets
everyone.
snatched
Yeah.
by Christian.
My vision has been affected, and I'm really seeing double of everything, like in the old reruns of Tom and Jerry. I think I'm gonna be sick. Why did I let myself get this messed up?
No, I'm fine.
I'm okay. Anna, Jose has joined me. Are you
Hey.
okay? I think I've had a bit too much to drink. I smile weakly at him. Ah, me too. He murmurs, and his dark eyes are regarding me intently. Do you need a hand? He asks and steps closer, putting his arm around me. Oh, Jose, I'm okay, I got this. And push him away. Anna.
Don't touch me.
Anna, please. He whispers, and now he's holding me in his arms, pulling me close. Jose, what are you doing? You know I like you, Anna.
That's gross.
Please. He has one hand on the small of my back and holding me against him. The other is on my chin, tipping the back of my head. Holy fuck, he's gonna try to kiss me. No, Jose, stop, no. I push him, but he's a wall of hard muscle and I cannot shift him. His hand has slipped into my hair. He's holding me in place. Please, Anna. He whispers against my lips. His breath is soft and smells sweet of margaritas and beer. He gently trails kisses along my jaw to the side of my mouth. I feel panicky, drunk. I'm out of control. The feeling is suffocating. Jose, no, I plead. I don't want this. You're my friend. And I think I'm going to throw up. I think the lady said no. A voice in the dark says quietly, Holy shit! Christian Grey! He's here! Oh!
Everybody run!
Jose releases me. Ah, Grey. He says tersely. I glance up anxiously at Christian. He's glowering at Jose, and he's furious. Oh crap! My stomach heaves, and I double over. My body no longer able to tolerate the alcohol. I vomit spectacularly on the ground. Oh, Dios mío, Sana! Jose jumps back in disgust. However, Gray grabs my hair and pulls it back out of the firing line and gently leads me over to a flower bed.
Because Jose's also drunk.
Oh, Dios mío! I lost my spot. With a deep gratitude, I am in relative darkness. If you're gonna throw up again, do it here. I'll hold your hair. He has one arm around my shoulders, the other is holding my hair. I try awkwardly to push him away, but I vomit again and again. Oh shit! How long's this gonna last? Even when my stomach's empty and nothing is coming up, horrible dry heaves rack my body. I vow silently that I'll never drink again. This is too appalling for words. Finally, it stops. My hands are resting on the brick wall of the flower bed, barely holding me up. Vomiting.
Killed the flowers.
Vomiting profusely is exhausting. Gray takes his hand off me and hands me a handkerchief. Only he would have a monogrammed, freshly laundered linen handkerchief.
You're just
CTG.
gonna wipe all your fucking vomit on.
I didn't know you could still buy these. Vaguely, I wonder what the T stands for as I wipe my
Of
mouth.
course you can still buy cloth, can't you?
I cannot bring myself to look at him. I'm swamped with shame, disgusted with myself. I want to be swallowed up by the azaleas in the flower bed and be anywhere by here. You want to be swallowed in your own vomit? Is that... Jose is still hovering by the entrance to the bar, watching us. I groan and put my head in the hands. This has to be the single worst moment of my life. My head is still swimming as I try to remember a worse one, and I can only come up with Christian's rejection. And this is so many shades darker in terms of humiliation. I risk a peek at him. He's staring down at me. His face composed.
50 shades darker?
His face is composed, giving nothing away. Turning, I glance at Jose, who looks pretty shamefaced himself, and like me, intimidated by Gray. I glare at him, and I have a few choice words for my so-called friend, none of which I can repeat in front of the Christian Gray, CEO. Anna, who are you kidding? He's just seen you hurl all over the ground and into the local flora. There's no disguising your lack of ladylike behavior. I'll, see you inside, Jose mutters, but we both ignore him, and he slinks off back into the building.
Goodbye, Jose.
I'm on my way with Gray. I'm on my own with Gray. What should I say to him? Apologize for the phone call? I'm sorry, I mutter, staring at the handkerchief, which I am furiously worrying with my fingers. It's so soft. What are you sorry for, Anastasia? Ah, damn, he wants his pound of flesh. The phone call, mainly. Being sick. Oh, the list is endless. I murmur, feeling my skin coloring up.
Life is a constant nightmare.
Oh, please, we've all been here. Perhaps not quite as dramatically as you. It's about knowing your limits, Anastasia. I mean, I'm all for pushing limits, but really this is beyond the pale.
I'm into BDSM, Anna.
Do you make a habit of this kind of behavior? My head buzzes with excess alcohol and irritation. What the hell has it got to do with him? I didn't invite him here. He sounds like a middle-aged man scolding me like an errant child. Part of me wants to say that if I want to get drunk every night like this, it's my decision, and he's got nothing to do with him. But I'm not brave enough. Not now. I've thrown up in front of him, and why is he still standing here? No, I say, I've never been drunk before, and right now, I have no desire to ever be again, Mr. Gray. I just don't understand why he's here. I begin to feel faint. I'm passing out! He notices my dizziness and grabs me before I fall and hoists me into his arms. The thing is, this, like, drunk chapter is, like, the best she's able to write. Yeah. It's clearly the most, like, relatable moment of this author's life.
The most experience that
like,
she has.
This,
like, being absolutely sloshed.
Yeah, like, this is the most accurate, like, written version of a drunk person I've ever read.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm gonna be sick.
No, I'm fine. I'm passing out. Why are you here? Come on, I'll take you home, he murmurs. I need to tell Kate. Oh, I'm in his arms again. My brother can tell her.
There
what?
She goes.
My brother Elliot. He's talking to Miss Kavanaugh now. Oh, I didn't understand what he was saying. He was with me when you phoned. In Seattle? God, I'm so confused. No, he's staying with me at the Heathman. Steele? Why? How did you find me? I tracked your cell phone, Anastasia. Of course he did. How is that possible? Is that legal? Stalker! My subconscious whispers at me. As through the cloud of tequila
Stalker.
that's still floating in my brain. But somehow, because it's him, I didn't mind.
That's not okay.
Do you have a jacket or a purse with you? Yeah, I came with both. Christian, please, I need to tell Kate. She's gonna worry. Mm-hmm. His voice presses into a hard line, and he sighs heavily. If you must. He sets me down and, taking my hand, leads me back to the bar. I feel weak. I feel weak. I'm still drunk, and I'm embarrassed. I'm exhausted. I'm mortified. And on some strange level, I'm absolutely off the charts thrilled. He's clutching my hand. Such a confusing array of emotions. I'll need at least a week to process them all. It's noisy and crowded, and the music has started, so there's a large crowd on the dance floor. Kate's not at her table, and Jose's disappeared. Levi looks lost and forlorn on his own. Where's Kate? I shout at Levi above the noise. My head is beginning to pound in time to the thumping bass line of music. Dancing, Levi shouts, and I can tell he's mad. He's eyeing Christian suspiciously. I struggle into my black jacket and place my small shoulder bag over my head so it sits on my hip. I'm ready to go once I've seen Kate. I touch Christian's arm and lead up and shout in his ear. And shout into his ear, "She's on the dance floor!" Brushing his hair with my nose. Yes, smelling his clean, fresh smell, all those forbidden, unfamiliar feelings that have tried to deny surface and run amok through my drained body. I flush, and somewhere deep down, my muscles clench deliciously. He rolls his eyes at me and takes my hand again, and leads me to the bar. He's served immediately. No waiting for Mr. Control Freak Gray. Does everything come so easy to him? I can't even hear what he orders. He hands me a large glass of ice water. "Drink it," he shouts his order at me. The moving lights are twisting and turning in time to the music, casting strange colored lights and shadows all over the bar and clientele. He's alternately green, blue, white, and a demonic red. He's watching me intently. I take a tentative sip. "Drink all of it," he shouts.
She can't drink all of it at once or she'll get sick again, you stupid ass.
He's so overbearing. He runs his hand through his unruly hair. He looks frustrated, angry. What is his problem? Apart from a silly drunk girl calling him in the middle of the night, so he thinks he needs to come rescuing me. And it turns out she does from her over-amorous friend. Then seeing her being violently ill at his feet. Oh, Anna, what are you talking about, Anna? God, focus. My subconscious is... I'm just reading it as it is. My subconscious is figuratively tutting and glaring at me over a half-moon specs. I sway a little and he puts his hand on my shoulder to steady me. I do as I'm told and I drink the entire glass. Makes me feel queasy. Yep. Taking the glass from me, he places it on the bar. I notice through a blur what he's wearing.
Did he drug her?
Probably. A loose white linen shirt, snug jeans, black Converse sneakers, and a black pinstripe jacket. His shirt's unbuttoned at the top, and I see a sprinkling of hair in the gap. In my groggy frame of mind, he looks yummy. He takes my hand once more. Oh my god. He's leading me onto the dance floor. Oh shit, I don't dance. He can sense my reluctance, and under the colored lights I see his amused, sardonic smile. He gives my hand a sharp tug, and in his arms again, and he starts to move, taking me with him. Oh my god, he can dance, and I can't believe that I'm following step for step. Am I still drunk? I could probably keep up. He's holding me tight against him, his body against mine. If he wasn't clutching me so tightly, I'm sure I would swoon at his feet. On the back of my mind, my mother's often recited warning comes to me. Never trust a man who can dance.
Yeah, we were having fun before Christian.
He moves us through the crowded throng of dancers to the other side of the dance floor. We're beside Kate and Elliot, Christian's brother. The music is pounding away, loud and leery, outside and inside my head. Oh no, Kate's making her moves. She's dancing her ass off, and she only ever does that if she likes someone. I mean, really likes someone. It means there'll be 3 of us for breakfast tomorrow. Kate, no! My mind screams. Christian leans over and shouts in Elliot's ear. I cannot hear what he says. Elliot is tall with wide shoulders, curly blonde hair, and light, wickedly gleaming eyes. I could tell their color under the pulsating heat of the flashing lights. Elliot grins and pulls Kate into his arms where she is more than happy to beat. Kate! I scream. Even in my inebriated state, I'm shocked. She's only just met him. She nods at whatever Elliot said and grins at me and waves. Christian propels us off the dance floor in double time. But I never got to talk to her. Is she okay? I can see where things are heading for her and him. I need to do the safe sex lecture! In the back of my mind, I hope she reads one of the posters that were on the back of the bathroom door. My thoughts crash through my brain, fighting the drunk, fuzzy feeling. Oh, it's so warm here. It's loud, it's so colorful, too bright. My head's swimming. Oh no. Oh no! I can feel the floor coming up to my face. Or so it feels. The last thing I hear before I pass out in Christian Gray's arms is his harsh epitaph. Oh, fuck!
Did you just let her crack her fucking face open?
That's the end of chapter 4. We ended chapter 3 with, ah, shit, Anna. Now we're leaving chapter 4 with, ah, fuck. That's the end of chapter 4. In my opinion, it's the best chapter in the whole thing so far. Because a lot happened, and it was the only thing that seemed semi-realistic except for the phone tracking nonsense.
Yeah, like after Christian showed up, I wasn't having fun anymore.
Christian's a buzzkill. Alright, goodbye.